It's Tuesday night swim and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Big swim.
Let me love you down. Even if it takes some love.
All right, so we got Tuesday Night Swim off the porch with us today. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great. Glad to be alive.
Yeah, I feel that, man. How you feeling about this new year, man?
I'm excited, to be completely honest. I'm super excited. I feel like the best has yet to be like, you know, the best has yet to happen.
Yeah.
I'm super excited, you know, for my journey to continue and for new doors and everything to open and everything to begin.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. How would you describe your 2020, man? It was a rough year for a lot of folks.
It definitely was a scary year, to be completely honest with you. It's scary for me, but I'm glad to see that I got through it. And, you know, it allowed me to reconnect with myself, with my family, with my children, and, you know, just to enjoy that quality time because it felt like time slowed down.
Yeah.
So it was rough, but we got through it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone was happy just to, you know, just to survive through last year, man.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, so what was your childhood like growing up here in Atlanta?
Man, funny story. Growing up here, I had ups and downs, man. Like, I grew up in Marietta. I went to McEachern, I went to Tapp Middle School. Went to a lot of like elementary schools out there. And it was actually rough, like trying to find friends because we bounced around so much. But not only that, is like, it was hard for me to fit in, bro, because like I was light skinned. So like being light skinned, I used to get picked on like, oh, the white boys here, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, not a lot of people knew that I was Hispanic and also black, my mama black. And so it was pretty rough. And then when I was like 13, we moved to Decatur and I went to Towers. And that's when like I started getting introduced to like, you know, the gang shit and stuff like that. And I just remember like going to school, I hated it because it was always people that was like, they would hate on me for no reason, bro. Like I'm a real genuine person, I'm a good person. But when you give people love, they tend to take advantage of it. And I was always like, bruh, I used to get chased home from the bus, bruh, and like beat on. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand how that affected me throughout life. It made me stronger, but like, it made me realize that your own people can hate you sometimes. And like I said, I'm a beautiful person, I'm a beautiful being, and we all are, but sometimes you just gotta be the example and you gotta get through it for everybody else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
At what age would you say you jumped off the porch?
16. Okay. And I never went back.
That's also the same age when you moved to Maryland?
Yeah, when I was 16, I got sent up to Maryland. I ended up getting into a little situation out here. I got chased home from some dudes and they came to my mama's door and told her that they was gonna kill me. And my mom sent me up to Maryland. I got to know my dad better. And I was introduced to life, like what it means to be a man, you know what I'm saying? Seeing certain things and realizing like, I don't wanna do that and I don't want this for my family and I wanna make a difference. At 16, I ran away from home. At 17, I got a girl pregnant and I had my first kid. So I had to understand what it was to become a man, you know, like really live for somebody, like provide and deal with the struggles of that, because anytime I felt like, you know, I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, it was never enough because I would be missing out on the opportunity of watching my child grow and build a bond. And I realized that I was slaving myself and I wanted something else. So I continued my journey.
Yeah. Did you finish school?
No.
No.
I dropped out. I dropped out to make sure that my daughter's mother graduated from high school and I had to work.
Yeah. So how does life in Maryland compare to down here?
I definitely could say they dress better.
Really?
To be completely honest with you, like the way I dress, I learned from when I went to Maryland. I also got to like mesh with more Hispanic people, like the Hispanic culture and stuff like that. I found out that's when I found out that I was part Peruvian, and I fell in love with Spanish women. You know, I was so used to like black girls here, and then when I went to Maryland, like seeing all the different types of Hispanic women, it was like, damn, I need one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you finally get that taste, but it's a whole completely different atmosphere. Like, people down here can be more judgmental, and up north, like, they're more accepting, but it's like a crabs in a bucket type of situation though. Yeah. Nobody wants to see you like make it. Nobody wants to support you. So it's kind of, you know, it's like you got to pick which grass you want to live on. You know what I'm saying? It's never greener. So yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this incident where you ended up in a coma for 2 weeks?
Actually, I wasn't in a coma. And like I said, my journey is here to save people. So if I can save you, I will. I wasn't in a coma. I actually got depressed, dealing with heartbreak and stuff like that. And I never felt like I was worthy enough. I felt like I was a monster. So I tried to kill myself and overdosed on my depression medication. And I was a vegetable for 2 weeks. I couldn't walk and I couldn't talk, and I had an experience and a meeting with God. But, you know, once I got through that, I learned how to become a man and accept everything that comes and get through it.
What were those 2 weeks like? Were you conscious then?
Yeah, absolutely. I was conscious, man. To be completely honest with you, I was like in and out of it. Like, I had like weird experiences, like feeling the presence of God. Like, you couldn't do nothing. It was like kind of being a baby all over again. But I remember, like, as I was going through that situation, like my oldest daughter, I could hear her words in my head and be like, "Daddy, I miss you." You know what I'm saying? And they helped me get through that. I was like, I gotta get through this. I gotta get through it. I gotta get through it. And like finally, you know, after the process, I got through it. And like the first thing that I did once I got released, I walked like 6 miles just to go see her. Because I realized that it's all for her.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for anyone else who might be going through the same type of depression?
Only you can save you, and you gotta go through it. You gotta get through it. You gotta save yourself. You gotta save yourself in order to save those around you. Every human being, every life, every situation, every moment, every second matters because you're saving everybody around you, and you mean something. So only you can get you through that, but once you get through it, you're gonna feel great, because that's how I feel right now. Yeah. So if I can get through it, you can get through it too.
How much has your life changed since then?
Man, I got married. I learned what happiness feels like. When I had a son, I knew that it was my turn to like take over and like show him like what it means to be a man. Go up against all the odds and like really take it on the chin on life. And I wanted to show my son, like, I want to show him what I think being a man means. Does that make sense? Like, everybody has their, like, a man is supposed to provide, you know what I'm saying? Like, get a job and do this and maintain this, but what about love? Like what about love? So I show my son love from a man. I hug him, I kiss him. I look him in his eyes and I say, "You're beautiful." Like, my life has changed because now I have the strength of like, I feel like a warrior. Like, I feel like anything can happen and I'm gonna get through it because it's my turn. It's my turn to be on top and lead the way. So like, when in his eyes, like he watching right now, in his eyes, I want him to see like, yeah, bro, that's what it means to be a man. That right there, my dad lives it every second. Yeah. So that's how my life has changed, bro. But I feel great. I feel great.
Salute to you for that, man. Yeah. How long you been growing your hair?
I think about 6 years. And my journey with hair, bro, even with stuff like that, my hair's my strength. So 6 years, and I ain't cutting it no time soon, ever.
Yeah. All right, so you live down here in Atlanta now again, right?
Yeah, I'm back here, back home.
Okay, what brought you back down here?
I wanted to start over. I wanted to experience life, you know, take my family and build and have an opportunity to get land. It didn't start like that more. It was like I needed freedom from stress and depression and stuff like that. So I needed to like refresh my brain. But also like living here in Atlanta, the music industry is bigger. So if I can get people to just gravitate and understand what I represent, I feel like there's more doors that will open here. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, in comparison to anywhere else, like Atlanta, Black Hollywood, believe it or not. So, you know, now that I'm able to hold my own, like I'm here. And man, it's been great since I've been back. I've been meeting like different type of people and having opportunities that I ain't had the chance to do back in Maryland or have back in Maryland. Like met Jay Holiday and shit. And, you know, even with him, like doors didn't open.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll talk about that song in a minute. But so how long have you been making music? When did this journey for you of making music start?
So I've been making music for like 10 years.
Okay.
But 10 years ago, I didn't think it was anything serious. It was something to be cool. Yeah, about 10 years. Yeah. And then taking it serious, I want to say about 4.
Okay. What had motivated you to start taking it serious?
So funny story is I got married to my wife one day and I said, look, I feel like I'm a beast at this music stuff. Like the way I hear music, like right now I can literally hear different sounds and be like, I'm about to make that a song. Like I hear melodies and harmonies all day long. And the day we got married was in a Ferris wheel in Atlanta and I said, I feel like I'm great at this. I just need you to believe me and support me. And she said, I will. And the rest is history. Like I feel like the music speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So that's it.
What can you tell us about Young Mobb and your relationship with him?
Young Mobb, a lot of people may not know who he is, but if you look him up, bro, he's one of the greatest rappers to ever come out of the DMV. Him and Cinco de Mayo. Young Mobb has taught me to like be my true self. Like I wouldn't have tattoos on my face if it wasn't for him. Like we used to do shows together. I met him at a show and I was inspired by like his stage performance and I was like, bro, I want to entertain people like that. And we got cool and he would always tell me, he was like, bro, you the shit at this, you the shit at this. And I was like, nah, bro, like, you know, I gotta work, I gotta do this. He was like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Tat your face so that you will never settle for having a job. I'm like, no, bro, I'm not tapping my face. I'm never gonna tap my face. And he told me, he said, look, you're not gonna take it serious until you touch your face and then people are looking at you and they like, we're not giving you the job because you got the face tat. Like, when I tatted my face, I realized there was no going back. I'm not going to corporate America. I done went to college. I done did all this stuff, bro, after dropping out of school, trying to like fit in. And once I tatted my face, I took this music stuff serious. I didn't settle for less. And bro, that man has inspired me on ways that like nobody can. He's like my biggest like rival, like competition, but like friendly competition. It's like, as soon as I make a song, I'm like, bro, I want you to hear it. And if you like it, then I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? And we had like this thing where it was like, whoever's gonna make it to the top first. But unfortunately, he passed a couple years back and I had to carry it.
Yeah.
I had to carry on. I had to, you know, allow him to come within me and carry him with this journey. This is actually him and his ashes right here. And we're gonna go to the top with it. So.
That's real, yeah.
Young Mobb, baby. Yeah. DMV's favorite. All the ladies' favorite, yeah.
All right, so I gotta ask, man, how'd you come up with this name, Tuesday Night Swim?
This is a long, stupid story, man, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I was riding in the car with my wife and I said, I need to change my artist name and I wanna go with something like dope. And I was like, what you think about Tuesday Night Swim? And she was like, it's cool, it's dope. So we saved it on Twitter for like 2 years and then when I finally started taking it serious, I was like, this is what I'm gonna go with. Tuesday Night Swim. And bruh, I didn't like research this shit. and I was born on a Tuesday. I'm an Aquarius, so deals with water, swim. Like, just looking at the name, it's like mind blown. I'm like, that's what it is. And all my children, like, and my wife, we all gonna change our last name to Swim.
Oh, really?
Because I wanna represent my family. I don't wanna take somebody else's last name that I may not know, and I wanna represent me. So we are the Swim family, the Imperial Swim dynasty. So yeah.
Very unique, man.
Big Swim.
What has being a father taught you about life?
That you don't got time to be scared. You know, that you really gotta, like, bro, it's on you to carry your family. Like, being a father, bro, I done seen all my children born. And that was the closest I ever, like, been to God. Like, the closest, like, watching your child, like, you know what I'm saying, take their first breath and, like, cry and stuff like that. Like, being a father has really taught me everything I know. I learn from my children. I learn from my son every day. I learned things that I forgot that I knew, you know. So, man, being a father has taught me everything, to be completely honest with you. I don't have a short, you know, simple answer.
Plans to have more kids?
If she let me.
She lets
Like, I want more, man. I want to have a huge family. We have, like, a small family. Like, I have, you know, an older brother. I have a little sister and a younger brother, but, like, I wish that I had, like, a lot of siblings, because when we have our children, we'll have, like, this big ass family reunion. But she said we done. I at least want one more son so I can name him TuesdayNightSwim.
Really?
But she not gonna let me, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we working on it. Let me get this meal and you know, I'm gonna be like, look, I got you. Just come on, give me a son. So, you know, hopefully some more.
All right, so talk to us about Loverboy and linking up with Jay Holiday and working with him on this record.
All right, man, crazy story. So I met Jay Holiday back when I used to have a job. I used to be a bartender, and I met him at the bar one day, and I looked at him, I was like, man, you look mad familiar. So you know how you gotta, like, give him your ID? So I checked his ID, and I was like, this name looks very familiar. I'm a music head. I love music. Anytime music comes out, like, I listen to it front and back, and then I'm like, okay, this is a great album. So, like, when it comes to R&B, I'm an R&B head. Like, my music is solely based on, like, wishing I could be a singer. So I looked at his ID, gave him his ID, got his drink, and then I went to the back to go check my phone, and I typed in his name. I'm like, this motherfucking Jay Holiday. I'm gonna put you to bed. Like, so I went out there and, like, played it close, and I was like, I try to be calm, cause, like, I get nervous. I deal with, you know, anxiety. So I was like, you Jay Holiday? He was like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, oh, I do music too. He was like, yeah, you played it cool. You played it cool. He was like, you know, you didn't come up on no, like, you Jay Holiday. I was like, nah, like, I do music too, bro. And that's when I was, like, half-assing it. And he was like, man, just take my number, you know, we're gonna be in contact. And I'm like, man, you know how many people done told me this? Like, this is the music industry. People, like, they tell you, like, hit them up, bro. I didn't have so many people. But I finally hit him up, like, one day off a whim. And I was like, what you doing, bro? He was like, I'm in the city. I'm glad you hit me up. Come back, come kick it with me in Atlanta. So I pulled up on him, and he was telling me all these things. It's like, in order to be an artist, you gotta really put yourself out here, and you gotta tell people, like, that you're an artist. You know, for example, if I was a doctor, I would tell you my name was Dr. Swim. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So when I meet people, instead of going around saying my government name, I had to say, hey, you know, I'm TuesdayNightSwim. So I learned that, like, the first day, and then, like, literally, he done went on a tour, all this other shit, and I called him one day, and he finally answered. Listen, I done hit this man so many times, like, trying to chill with him again just so I could soak up the game, but he finally answered. And I was like, what you doing? He was like, bro, you know, man, I'm going through some bullshit, like, let's chill. And I was like, look, I'm at the crib right now with the kids, and I got a perfect song that I need you to get on, like, try and kind of sneak that in there. But he pulled up at the crib, and I let him hear this Loverboy record that I've been working on. And when he heard it, he was like, I gotta hop on it. Like, literally, as soon as I play, he's in the back doing his, ooh, yeah, like, doing all that shit, right? And I was like, all right, bro, I wish I would have saved that, but I was like, come on, you're gonna have to just hop on that joint. So I threw him on it, bro, and he loved it, bro. And like, the record is so passionate. There's a story behind it that literally I was inspired by this story of this girl. Her name is Gypsy Rose. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but it's a documentary on Netflix that I watched, and I was inspired by it. And the story of it is about this dude who loves her so much, bro, that he ended up killing her mom. And when they interviewed him after the story or whatever, he said, long as I set her free from her chains, I'm good. I don't care about what happens to me. I'm waiting for God to come take me out of here. And when I heard him stand on that, right? Because most people, they get incarcerated and they say, you know, I'm sorry, da-da-da. He had no sorry in him at all. He said, I love her and I set her free from her chains. And you got to watch the documentary, but like Lover Boy is inspired by that you could love somebody so much and sacrifice it all. And like I say, revenge sometimes is beautiful. And that's what Lover Boy is about.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jay Holiday on it. Rayo produced it. I engineered it. You know, big swim.
You guys shoot a video?
Yeah, the video's coming out somewhere around Valentine's Day, and it's a beautiful visual. It's shot by my boy, Walmart Jordans. He's like he is one of the best cameramen out here in Atlanta, bro. And with me and him, like when I sit here and tell him my idea, because my thoughts are like, he like soaks it up. He's able to be like, all right, bet. And I'm still giving him ideas. So like working with him, bro, the video is gonna be very beautiful. Shout out to everybody who helped out. My wifey directed it.
Oh, wow.
Lydia Swim, you know, make sure she doing the big boss stuff. But yeah, bro, it's gonna be a beautiful record, and I hope that everybody enjoys it. So.
That's what's up, man. Sounds dope. Are you working on a new project, or are you kind of just focusing on the singles and videos right now?
Bro, I'm actually always working on music. I have over 400 songs, which I recorded while I was quarantined.
Oh, really?
Because I was in my house. It was like literally hanging with the kids and recording. 400 songs, I'm still recording. I am dropping an EP called Swim this year. The stuff that I'm working on, bro, is like, it's so like sonically on another level. When people have a chance to like sit down and take it apart and understand what I'm saying, it's gonna be impactful. It's gonna save the world. That's my goal, is to save the world. If I can save you, I will. Yeah. But yeah, Swim coming soon. And we definitely gonna drop a bunch of singles also, just to give y'all something to hear and some visuals.
He's excited.
Actually, that's my daughter. That's my daughter.
Your daughter? Oh, okay. All right. Who are some of the producers you've been working with lately?
Right now, I just locked in with one of like the best producers I've heard in a while. His name is High Life. High and at the top, looking scary. Rayo, the Real Rich Money, Steven Wake Up. A lot of producers from Russia actually like hit me up and was like, we love your sound. And I've never seen like so many people send me beats. Like I got emails, 500 emails full of beats still from these guys, but they sending me beats and they're crazy. But now that I got my boy High Life, like we be cooking straight hibachi style, like right in front of you, and literally we make a beat in like 15 minutes. I hop on a song and take like probably like 15 minutes. We got a song in 30 minutes. So yeah, these are producers I'm working with right now.
That's how you're
Shout
able
out
to,
High Life. Shout out everybody else. Yeah.
That's how you're able to knock out 400 songs.
Exactly. Like right there, hibachi, throw it in the air. I'm gonna catch it and eat it. Yeah.
All right, Swim. Anything else coming up? What else you working on, man?
I'm also working with a lot of artists in the area. I also run a studio, man. I'm really trying to create a sound. The artists that I'm working with, shout out Bari. Shout out Authentic Rare Talents, they call him Trey. Shout out Cyrus the Virus. Shout out my boy Rock Trazy. Shout out Cooley, man. Shout out everybody. Like, I love you. Shout out King Cash. Listen, when y'all get hip to King Cash, the world is gonna be on fire, okay? Like literally, I have my hands in a lot of pots, and I just want to change the music game, and that's what I'm here for. Like I said, if I can save you, I will. And we all win, we all united. Big swim.
All right, any shout outs before we wrap it up?
Shout out my wife, you know, shout out my whole family. Shout out to everybody that believed in me. Shout out everybody that doubted me. I love you. I love everybody, bro. Like, to be honest, I want to thank you for the opportunity to just be here, bro. Like, I really appreciate it, and I can solely say that I love you. I solely love you. And yo, this year about to be crazy. Tune in. Big swim.
Let me love you down.